we got the player that I wanted in the draft. I don't know if he's the best or not, but he's the player I wanted for sure. What he, has the potential of doing and what he can already do at his age with his length and skill set is very impressive and unique.
How much were you able to watch it from him? Obviously, you're really busy with everything going on there.
I've seen him play in college games in the tournament, and then I've seen some highlights that they've sent me and some highlights on the internet. And you can tell pretty quickly when a kid is that special what he can do on a basketball court.
One of the first things he said on TV was he wanted to bring leadership here. Did you hear that? How did that strike you?
I like it.
Kid saying
I like it. It's a very important, aspect to what causes winning in this league. You need leadership. You need cohesiveness. You need chemistry. And everything I've heard about this kid, he brings all those to the table along with his skill set. Well, it's too early to say that. I think eventually you can, but he's coming in as a young kid in a man's league. So obviously we're going to expect him to have an impact for us this season, but we'll kind of take that as it goes.
Do you see the concerns about kind of his weight and his thin frame kind of being overstated?
Yeah, I don't see concerns about his weight. He's young. He'll naturally, get stronger. Talking to some of the coaches that were here when he came and did his workout, even though he's skinny, he had strength to him in the individual workout that he did. So that's good to hear, and that's not a concern of mine.
You're coming from a place where there were mostly veteran players, even if they were young in Golden State. What do you do to get that? You've never been in this position necessarily, I guess with the defenders you were a little bit, of developing these kind of young players. How do you approach that?
Hard work. That's how you succeed in anything. And we're going to put together a great staff here, and we have young players that are talented. And from what I understand by talking to them in the 3 days I've been here, watching them show up every day, even though it's only June, and getting their work in on the court and in the weight room, I expect them to get better individually and as a team.
Luke, it's obviously another piece of this young core that you have. Big picture, what do you see from this group? What do you expect now that you can kind of see what that unit looks like a little bit?
Well, I'm not putting expectations on it. It is a young core, and I think this now gives us 7 players under contract. So there's a lot that still needs to be filled out. But to me, I'm putting the focus on how hard we're working, how the staff is helping improve them individually, how we're getting them to buy into the system and the culture that we're trying to create here. Those are things that I feel if you focus on, the wins will just start coming.
As you watch them with their play, game, anything that's the wow factor for you, where you kind of turn around and say, "This is my guy." Anything you might have seen that jumped off the TV or?
Are we talking about Ingram? Yeah, just his ability to make reads on the court defensively is one of the favorite things I've seen him do. Whether that's switching on to different players or coming from the weak side and blocking shots. A lot of that is timing, and it's tough to coach. Kids that are really good at it kind of have a knack for doing that. We had a kid up in Golden State, Draymond, who we didn't coach him how to be such a phenomenal, team defender. He just was, because he sees the game like that, and that's, it means that the player is pretty intelligent, and I think that Brandon fits that mold.
When you have a bunch of young players who are expected to get drafted, I expect you to grow into all-star caliber. What types of players do you need to put around them as you look to fill out the rest of the roster?
Well, you need some vets for sure, some leadership on the court. Even if it's vets that aren't playing big minutes, it's as a coaching staff, it's our job to hold them accountable. But you learn as a player, you learn just as much, if not more, from the vets on your team when you're young and trying to find your way on how to do things the right way and how to work and what should be done on long road trips to take care of yourself and all these things. You know, a lot of that comes from veteran leadership. So, you know, I think that we'll be searching out some guys like that. Obviously, with the cap space we have, we'll be searching out some all-star caliber players as well. And you kind of try to make a nice mixture of all that.
How do you balance the sort of letting guys grow part of it with the needing the experience on the floor too? You know, veterans that won't necessarily look like younger guys.
Well, there's not an answer for that. I don't think. I think it's a feel thing. You got to be, you know, we're gonna stress competition here, and we're gonna compete. And if that means, you know, a young guy that we're developing isn't out there playing the way he should be, then he's got to come out of the game. There's no reason to let someone develop if they're not developing the right way. And you know, we'll be sure to do that and doing our best to win every game that we're in.
In terms of culture and building a culture here, how much easier does it get, or does it get easier because you have a bunch of guys who are at really similar places in their career and are kind of at the beginning?
I don't know if it's easier. You know, this is you know, obviously new for me, but it's exciting. I know that much. I love the fact that we have young guys that are hungry and trying to prove themselves still. That's exciting for me, and I think it's gonna make this challenge and this journey fun.
Gotta wrap it up, guys. 2 more.
Ginger, you're okay as far as on the watch, the hospital watch?
Yeah, we're good. We're still good, I think. I haven't checked in a little bit. Well, John told me I was doing 1 interview, so I left the phone upstairs. So
Really long one. All right, guys, let's get him out of here. Thank you.